Our Chicago Bulls are 1-4 in their last 5 games, and the Atlanta Hawks have gained ground on the Chicago Bulls. Upcoming schedule makes us a little weary about these Chicago Bulls. Are they in jeopardy of missing the playoffs completely? And tonight, that jeopardy is more in doubt with a matchup versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm back, and for my people, I'm Bike. We're gonna talk about the Bulls, but you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shot Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my CDubb. What up, my guy?
What's the word? How you coming? How was the trip, my guy? You
You
good?
already know the trip was good. And as my people from the South say, I'm Bike. Y'all already know. Hit the like button and subscribe if you tuned in with us today. We talking about the Chicago Bulls. But before we get in, we got to breathe. Hold on. The frustrating Chicago Bulls have brought and drugging us along, got us high. Had us set some expectations, brought us back down, lifted us back up. But CDubb, man, a matchup tonight versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. A lot to talk about there. But CDubb, these Chicago Bulls are 1-4 in their last 5 games. The Atlanta Hawks got one game. They're right out of the one game for that 9th seed, and the Bulls will slide down to 10th. In the 8 games that the Chicago Bulls have left on this schedule, my guy, versus Minnesota, 3 times versus the Knicks, one major game on April 1st coming up against the Atlanta Hawks, the Orlando Magic, who's in the playoffs, the Washington Wizards, who just beat the Bulls with their G League and two-way contract players, and the Detroit Pistons, who the Bulls haven't beaten this season, all remain on the schedule, my guy. Are the Bulls in jeopardy of missing the playoffs completely? Or is this something that was already there?
That's a great question, nephew. When you look at that question, you're looking at 3 teams. This is crazy. We even talking about this, but this is what we resorted to talking about the Chicago Bulls. We talking about the Chicago Bulls, the Atlanta Hawks, and wait for a second. The 29-win Brooklyn Nets. They're creeping up. Like 4 or 5 games away from the Chicago Bulls right now. That could put the Bulls up out of the playoffs. There is a slim chance that the Brooklyn Nets could continue to win. If they play if they hit 25 threes like they did against us the last game, and every game they play on from now on, they're going to be a problem for the Chicago Bulls. But I'm going to say, just to answer the question, I say the Bulls are in the play-in. If not at 9, they're going to be in at 10. Now, you want to stay at 9, you want to be at home in that first play-in game. But Atlanta Hawks, they are playing well. It seems crazy that Atlanta Hawks start playing well when they lose one of those point guards. DeJounte Murray got this team, even though he shot 40 shots to get 40 points the other day. Nonetheless, they beat the Boston Celtics with his 40 shots. I'm worried, nephew. I'm worried about the Brooklyn Nets. When you look at our schedule and you look at those teams, Minnesota, when you look at the Knicks 3 times, the Knicks balling. The Knicks got a chance to get to the 3rd, maybe 2nd seed in the NBA playoffs. They are balling. 61 points by Jalen Brunson the other day, by the way. Ooh. It's getting sketchy. And then at the end of the season, you got Washington, who you just wet the bed in a couple days ago. And you got the Detroit Pistons. Have you not beaten? Detroit Pistons got 13 wins this season. 2 against us. No. Washington got 14 wins, one of them against us, bro. You don't know what to say. Okay, this is how I answer. I answered it earlier. This is the real answer. Maybe. Maybe.
my boys, my boy gave y'all two answers. That's how
Maybe.
the Bulls got us right now. We just don't know. You don't know how the team is going to show up. You don't know if they want to show up for the first half or the second half of games. You don't know if they want to be competitive or they ready to go to Disneyland. You don't know if they want to stick defense or just play offense and don't stick defense. You don't know if Billy Donovan is going to coach a good coach, a well-coached game. You don't understand the rotations. You don't understand why Nick Vooch seems like he playing with super glue on the bottom of his shoes and he can't move his feet. You don't understand why can't nobody hit a three-point shot or y'all so dependent on Alex Caruso. You don't know why guys don't attack the basket when that is your biggest, that's your best attribute, attacking the basket. You just don't know with the Chicago Bulls right now, CDubb. I believe right now, with all things considered, when you looking at the logic, I say there's a chance that the Chicago Bulls will be in that play-in game. It just might not be as the ninth seed. But I don't think they give up that many games. I don't think they do.
You don't
Trust me,
think
I'm not
that?
saying it with much confidence. Let's
Yeah.
be clear. I'm not saying it with much confidence. I don't believe that the Chicago Bulls are gonna lose that many games to not get in. At least the play-in. I consider the play-in an extension of the playoffs. It's one game and you move on. It's a small tournament, right? So
Yep.
you gotta look at it as an extension of the playoffs. But looking at the Brooklyn Nets schedule, just to throw that out for those that are wondering, they play the Los Angeles Lakers tonight, the Indiana Pacers twice, the Detroit Pistons, the Kings, Toronto, New York, and the Sixers. So their schedule is not, a cakewalk either. They got to
It's
win
not.
some games as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I'm with you on your last answer, the real answer. Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, look,
Maybe.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If the Bulls can't get Kobe White to get back to his regular form that we used to seeing, you crossed another tier, Kobe. We need that Kobe White, or we don't have a chance in hell to win games, bro. You can tell by our record. We 4-6 in the last 10. And in those last 10 games, Kobe White has been, I don't want to call it trash, but he's been below what we've been expecting for what he's been giving us in the beginning of this season.
Agreed.
So will Eminem, Marshall Mathers, will the real Kobe White please stand up, bro? We need
Will the
Kobe.
real Kobe White please stand up? Because I look at Kobe White like, yes, I like these. I love these. I love this moment for Kobe White. I love this moment for Kobe White because this is either going to make him or break him. You either going to plateau and you just going to be this type of player right here.
Mm.
Or you're going to go win, use this, learn how you can get better, depend on some of your mentors, go win, work on your game, and you're going to be able to elevate yourself to another tier. Because right now, those CDubb, I do like some of the things like when Kobe White is having those bad shooting nights, he's doing other things, at least trying to do other things. But right now, if we're talking about the now, it's been a detriment to the team. It's been hurting the team. You know that the Chicago Bulls don't have that many scoring options or of guys who can get their own shot or who can catch fire. DeMar DeRozan can catch fire. Kobe White, we seen catch fire. Ayo Dosunmu maybe 2-3 times. But the guys that you're going to depend on more to kind of elevate that team and kind of push, and it sounds a bit unfair, but this is a production-based league, and you got to put that pressure on Kobe White. You got to get it done. You got to get it done. And I know it's going to be some people that come in and look at the box score and say, well, in this game, Kobe White scored 18 points. But I'm going to retort and throw it right back at you. It ain't good enough.
Yeah.
When we seen Kobe White drop 33 points versus the T-Wolves on February 7th, who we're going to talk about a little later. When we seen Kobe White get hot and have and break records for the most consecutive threes in the Bulls season, in games, 3+ threes in consecutive games for Kobe White. We need that.
Yeah.
This team don't have room for error, as you so eloquently broke down the other day.
Hey, I hate to place blame on this little inconsistencies these last couple weeks, but I'm gonna place the blame. I'm looking at Nick Vooch and how he's been struggling these last couple weeks. He had a couple double performances sprinkled in there, but overall, even with those double doubles, he's been trash. But I don't put the blame on him. You can't put the blame on DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan has been solid. He's been doing as much as he can do. He had 31 and 8 last game. You can't blame Ayo because Ayo has been terrific. What more do you want Ayo to do? He was terrific in that last game against Brooklyn. I gotta put most of the blame on Kobe White, gang. When you when you pass a certain tier in this league, when you show us what tier you belong to, we expect that type of play consistently. Now I know he just coming off an injury, nephew. This is my question. That's why I set that up. Do you think this kid is still injured? I think he might be injured. I don't want to give him no excuse because it really ain't no excuses. But this fall off, he 6 for 16 and 4 for 20 and shit like that. It gotta be. You think he's still injured?
He could be absolutely be dealing with injury. You know what I'm saying? Those hip injuries, they hurt. Trust me. I just went through one a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? They hurt, and it's hard to do certain things. And your lateral quickness is now, not what it should be, so you can get to the basket. That's probably why you see Kobe White jacking more shots now. You know what I'm saying? His game when he was on was a combination of shooting a three, but also once that three opens up the floor for him, he was able to kill you and go downhill and even sometime work that pick and roll with Nikola Vucevic or kick out to open shooters. So I
Yeah.
believe that does hurt him. Y'all know what I'm going to say after this, though. If you're hurt, sit down.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say the Bulls are playing for is a chance at a play-in game and pride. You ain't playing for much. And I understand you want to be out there with his guys. I'm going to give him kudos to that. But you still got to be held to the same standard, bro. It's a lot of people hurt around the league right now, and some of those guys are still performing at top levels. And I think that's why it all leads back into what I originally said early on. This is a great opportunity for Kobe White. He has passed every single test that has been thrown his way. But now it's another test. Now it's another box to get checked off. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a way to work through that pain if you can. I don't trust the training staff that much. My bad, Kobe. My bad. But it should be some things that they could do to help that hip at least feel a little bit better during game time. And your coach needs to help you as well. I don't think Billy Donovan is helping out the players that much, especially with weird rotations and all the heavy minutes that these guys continue to play. You just got to hope that Kobe White can overcome this. But like it all comes back to it could be the injury. But if you're on the court, we got to hold you to the standard, bro.
No,
That's
bro.
just, unfortunately, that's just how it works.
Yeah, and you make a great point. It is setting up for him to be the hero these last 8 7 8 games we got here.
Yep, 8
If
games.
if he can be Kobe White from the beginning and help propel these boys, what do they got? 8 games.
8
Get them
games left.
6 and 2 the next 8 games. Cole, can you do that? Then we could talk about going into the play-in and getting to the real playoffs and getting swept off the court by the Celtics or the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, that's where we'll leave it. Y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that one. Let us know. The Bulls in jeopardy are missing out on the playoffs completely. We shall see. But CDubb, the Chicago Bulls with the 8 games left, everything kicks off later today versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Be there for the live call if you're trying to tune in and just talk some smack and live up to the game and try to make it through this tough time on Chicago Bulls sports. We going to turn up. We going to have some fun and do what we got to do. But CDubb, the Timberwolves have won 4 straight games. The Chicago Bulls are going to Minnesota, where the Timberwolves are 26-9 at home. One of those 9 losses came against the Chicago Bulls back in February, where they played an OT game where Anthony Edwards went off in the first half, and then he was silenced in the second half. So he going to have something to say about that. Bulls are now 16-20 on the road. And that was one of Kobe White's best performances that game, CDubb. If you remember that second half, he went off and tallied 33 points for the entire game. How you feeling about this T-Wolves game tonight? I'm not feeling too well.
I'm not feeling too good now because the T-Wolves, they in a battle for a battle of their lives for that first number 1 seed in the Western Conference with the Thunder and the Nuggets. all of them sit at 51 wins. So they gonna
It's
be
crazy.
playing hard. You know how key that is in the playoffs. You want a court advantage throughout the playoffs or throughout the Western Conference playoffs, because Boston will get it without throughout, I think. Uh Man, bro, this is gonna be a tough game. We're gonna see the best out of the Timberwolves once again. They missing Cat. I think Cat played against us early this season, but I think they're better right now because it's more focused on Anthony Edwards, and this kid is the absolute future of this NBA.
Oh
When you
man.
want to talk about doing everything offensively, he has everything. You want the taps, the handles, he got that. You want him to shoot three, he got that. You want a post up move, post up game, oh, he got that. Oh, you want to jump when he jump? Don't do it. Cause you go get embarrassed. Dude is a monster, the future of the NBA, and I think he realized what a lot of people were saying that last game, because it got a little bit of buzz that Alex Caruso and the Chicago Bulls shut him down that second half when he was on his way to a career high. I will be scared out my damn shoes if I was the Chicago Bulls. This dude is probably going for the throat this game. We're gonna see early how Anthony Edwards feel about the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, we seen the last time he played. I think the man like dropped like 20 something in the first half. No, 20
Are-
something in the first half. I think the second half he only had like a single digits in points. So they kind of slowed him down. Oh, you best believe if he the competitor that we believe he is,
He is.
and he is a competitor. He is a competitor. That's why they got him listed on the injury report as game time decision. I said, oh, he remember that last game. He playing.
He playing for sure.
He playing.
Playing.
He
He
playing.
playing. He
And he
playing,
not
bro.
about to play with the Chicago Bulls. I think that the Chicago Bulls, this is one of the this CDubb. This is another trap game for the fans. Because if we win it, we gonna be like, very impressive win. The Chicago Bulls are back. At least some people
Yes.
will say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, you know, but it's definitely just one of those games to where you just like, bro, the Bulls can really come out here and play up to competition, go toe to toe with them, fight these guys, get in the clutch, and then we know how DeMar DeRozan operate, and this team been operating all year in the clutch and pull one out.
Yeah.
It's
Just
Sunday.
yeah.
It's Easter.
Yeah.
The Bulls knocked them down.
Bro.
Hey, they just got to get ready, bro. But it's definitely one of those trap games, man. Who would be your X factor on tonight's game?
For the Chicago Bulls, my X factor is gonna be Kobe White. Because I feel like we get what we gonna get from our guys. And shout out and a special shout out to Javante Green, who's been amazing since he came back. I think he played well
No
against the Brooklyn
goldfish,
Nets. No
only
goldfish.
catfish.
Only cat. No. Catfish. That's no. We'll talk about that later. I ain't giving catfish no props. Look, Kobe White, we need you, bro. And it starts this game. I ain't finna make it easy for you, bro. We need you to win, especially against a team like this. And you know what? This will be a Chicago Bulls special. They come in here and blow these dudes out by 15. Just watch. They go into Minnesota and blow them out. And matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna predict. Bulls win, big game from Kobe White. They blow out the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now y'all say, damn, CDubb, you crazy. But that's how the team played the whole season. Have y'all been watching? They're gonna blow the Minnesota Timberwolves out. Watch.
Hell no. If they win it by 5. And this gonna be a clutch game, bro. This is another clutch game. The Bulls are the most clutch team in the league.
Shit. How you the most clutch team? I hate when people say that. They most clutch team and you 35 and 39.
Oh me, everything, bro. If they were to play all clutch games this season, they probably
They
probably have a few
50
losses.
games.
They on the real. They'll be a top 3 seed.
Oh, bro.
For real.
Bro. Yeah.
But it's just hard to talk about. But I'm with you on that last point, man. Kobe White, he got to be the de facto X factor. I think it comes in his hands. I believe Nikola Vucevic is going to give us the double-double. DeMar DeRozan is going to do what DeMar DeRozan does. You're going to get some contributions from players here and now, but the guy that's going to be able to push you over the top and get the dub is Kobe White. The pressure is on.
It gotta be, bro.
I hope he can finish this season strong, bro.
Yeah, bro. He got room to do it though. You know, it ain't over for him for this season, so he can kind of garner some respectability for the Chicago Bulls if you have a strong finish to the season. This is the last chance for the Bulls to get to 500. It's the last chance. This is the last stretch for the Chicago Bulls to get over 500. You're 4 games out. You got 8 games. You got 8 games. The room for error is narrowed. That's why I dropped that last video. It is narrowed. Are we going to get? I'm asking you, nephew. Are we getting to 500? Be honest. Go ahead, say it,
No.
nephew.
They allergic to 500, bro. No, it ain't happening.
What's the record? What do you think? They 31 and 41, 39 and 41. That's how they finish.
What they at right now?
No. You can't finish 39 and 41.
They at 35 and 39.
So
They gonna
you
get.
saying-
They gonna get. Yeah, they might end this season at 40 and 42, bro. That's it.
I think that's all right. That's respectable.
40 and 42,
Yeah.
or 39 and 43. One of those.
You ain't gonna give them. I'm gonna give them 40 victories. 40 and 42, Joe. I'm gonna give them that. 40 and 42.
We shall see.
They gotta win 5 games though. Oh my goodness.
You got them winning tonight, so they got 4 more. We'll see what happens, man.
We'll see.
Can the Bulls win? We shall see. CDubb, you got anything left?
No, man. Thanks for all the support, you guys. Make sure y'all tune in to the laugh call later on. We gonna turn up, y'all.
We're going to start calling the Chicago Bulls the last chance Bulls. This is your last chance.
The last motherfucking chance.
But hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. Subscribe here for all your latest Bulls content, news, and updates. If you want to call in and be a part of our mailbag episodes, call in. The number is right in the center of your screen if you're with us on YouTube. 773-242-9219. Call in, get your thoughts in, takes. Y'all already know. It's another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. We'll catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac.